The UK government does not like Marilyn Manson. How random is this shit? So Marilyn Manson has some allegations towards him that's been following him for quite some time. I even did a main channel video on him like a long time ago, and I was doing the whole "this band is bad" kind of era, and I think that video I did didn't age too well, with the exception of some specific things like the meet and greet chapter in his book, where he literally admits to having a deaf groupie pull up to the studio, and he has her stripped naked and covers her in raw meat. Yeah, and he mentioned a few other things in this biography that's just weird, disturbing, just like straight up gross, like sexually assaulting drunk women and all this shit, but whatever, I'm not here to give you his life story. However, I'm bringing it up because it is relevant to the story. Manson just won a case that took literal years for them to drop. That case was filled with a bunch of crazy things like sexual assault, domestic violence allegations, X, Y, and Z, as 4 different women came out about this, and I got it written down here. Prosecutors themselves stated, "We cannot prove charges of sexual assault beyond a reasonable doubt." Now, mind you, this took years to conclude, okay? A lot of people, including me, were in talks about this case, saying he's gross, he's bad, this, that, and the third. And what this did was shine some light on previous controversies, like his biography where he self-admits crazy things. So what happened was the word got around that he's probably not the best human to be in your circle. Now, fast forwarding to today, Marilyn Manson announced this tour, and on Halloween, he's gonna hit Bournemouth, UK. In comes Millie Earle, okay? Who is Millie Earle? Who is this woman? She's basically the reason why we're talking about this today. Now, I might accidentally scare you with big words, all right? Big English words, but I'll do my best to make everything as easy as possible to understand, all right? Millie Earle is leader of Bournemouth Christ Church and Pool Council since 2024. Vizzy, what does this mean? Who is this human? So Bournemouth Christ Church and Pool Council are in charge of looking after specific things like throughout the city, like trash and recycling, fixing roads, running schools, libraries, and making sure that the viewer watching this hit the join button down below and became a member, because I upload 5 times a week, sometimes even more. And if you want these videos early, go ahead and click the join button, become a member. Anyway, they take care of Bournemouth as a city. So Millie Earle, being one of the head honchos, feels like she has some sort of say on who can and can't play like shows in their city, the city that she's running. Well, she's not exactly running it, but she's like assisting in running it. So she went and told the fella that's running the venue, like, "Hey, I don't think Manson playing here is that great of an idea." Shit got taken to the BBC News, and she said a few things. "I don't feel like Marilyn Manson reflects the values we have in BCB." And we've been doing a lot of work around things like the white ribbon accreditation scheme, which helps men and boys change negative, damaging behaviors. So I've asked that BH Live reconsider hosting Manson later this year. I almost missed this bit, but she said because of our lease arrangement with them, we don't have any input into the decisions that are made, the acts that are appearing, although I have actually written to BH Live to express my concern. So she's aware that she has no power into who they can and can't host. However, she's basically like telling them like, "Hey man, listen, you don't want this bridge to burn, right? If I was you, I would not host Manson." That's kind of the energy I'm getting from here. And at this moment, the show is still happening, okay? Like, you can go buy tickets to the event right now if you wanted to, but it's unsure if it will happen. I think we'll only know once we get closer to the Halloween date. And I do understand where the council is coming from, because they're seemingly working extremely hard to make sure they keep their youngins in check. They're trying to ensure that these like young, impressionable kids won't grow up to be like weirdos. But at the same time, I don't see Manson playing this show as like some sort of thing to backtrack their doings. Like, how is Manson playing a one-off show going to like retract all the work they did? I doubt these kids are even interested in seeing Marilyn Manson, okay? Like, I don't know how old they are or what situation they're in, what it's like, but I highly doubt that this guy playing a one-off show is gonna completely change the trajectory of this kid's life. Unless the council is more worried of like the audience that Manson may attract to their city for a night. But even then, what harm is it really? It's not like all his fans are a bunch of sexual deviants that are just gonna fucking come and rip and pillage the whole entire city. We cannot let Manson play here. His crowd is insane. Hide your kids, hide your wife. And I'd imagine the stress over the venue, because it's like, what do you do? Do you not let him play and potentially get completely shat on, get a diarrhea dump on your face because you didn't stay 10 toes, because you didn't stand your ground and letting him play? Or do you potentially burn a bridge with your city, with the council, with the government? This leaves the venue in the middle here, not knowing what to do. I have no idea what the move would be here. Okay, maybe if they make the show 18 plus or something, if the concern is Manson being exposed to a young, impressionable audience, even though the audience would have to pay to be there. So I doubt children are pulling up. It's not like the kids are being forced to watch the show. Like, you're gonna see Manson whether you like it or not. Open your eyes, child, look at the man. And now that I think about it, are kids even interested in Manson? Like, I feel like if you pull up to a Marilyn Manson show, finding anyone under 30 is like finding fucking Waldo. But what do you guys think? Am I not seeing something that's a little bit bigger here, or do you agree with me? I don't know. Like, sub, join the Discord, link in description, and click right here, because yesterday we spoke about the insane Asking Alexandria situation that went down at Warped Tour.